This is something I will forever go through until she's ready, or until God feels like it's time for change.
I've been getting up, about to pay myself allowance, and I save it like the bell. I can't take no more L's. The day I sell my soul, that's the day I go to hell. Been putting on the show, just like Dave on Chappelle. They ain't make it in the credits, I'ma tell them, oh well. Tell Steve, don't let no more.
What's up, Survivor Squad? It's your girl Totally Ty, and I'm back after a long, like 2 or 3 weeks, videos. But I'm back on it non-stop every week, like 2 to 3 times a week. Today, I'm actually having a serious talk with you guys. I did tell you guys that I was gonna tell you why I gave my supporters the name Survivor Squad. It's really because I'm a survivor. We're all survivors. No matter whether it's big or small, we've all just been through something. A lot of people want to know what it was like for me growing up with my mother, who was schizophrenic, bipolar schizophrenic. She was also addicted to drugs as well. Now, sometimes I could talk about this like without any problems, and sometimes it's kind of hard for me to talk about it sometimes, but I don't mind telling my story, because what helped me get through it and what helped me grow from it was me looking at it in a positive light. Now, after years, it took me a long time to get to where I'm at now. Now, I'm not doing this video for any sympathy or anything. Now, everybody knows me know that, I don't like being treated like a charity case. I don't like people just feeling like they have to be a certain type of way towards me because of what I've been through. I don't know, things were good at first. Like, everything was okay. Randomly, weird things just started happening. And it first started with her, like, my mother would be asleep, and she would just have these dreams where we can hear her basically screaming out for help in her dreams. And me and my brothers, we would be so scared, and we would like, okay, no, it's your turn to go wake her up, it's your turn. Then we'll all eventually just go together. Like, a lot of weird stuff just started happening around the house. Like, some of my family members have said they've seen ghosts or spirits in the house. I actually experienced things as well. If you want to know a little bit more about that, just comment below, and I don't mind telling the story about the small things that happened in that house as well. But as far as my mother, I realized that things weren't right was one day she stayed in her room. She made us watch the channel where they talk about God and the devil and all of that. She made us just sit in her room in a little rocking chair. Me and my two brothers in that rocking chair together. I don't know, she wouldn't let us out the room. We couldn't go to the bathroom. We couldn't go eat or anything. And we were terrified because, like, what's wrong? She had a sucker that was shaped in a roll. I started going through things with my mother when I was in 7th, 8th grade. Like middle school years. But the roll, she was circling it around her face, and getting caught in her hair. She didn't care. And then the next day, she went to the bathroom, so I ran out of the room, and I just had to step up and be big sister. I went to call my grandmother and basically tell her like how my mother had been towards her. None of us ever wanted to not be around her, not being with her, because the way that we grew up, it was like we were the family that after school, we're running in my mother's room to tell her how our day went, and we're just having a good time with each other, like just us three. Like, all of our bonds were so strong, like so strong. Like, my mama was like my best friend, you guys, and I would give anything to just go back to how things used to be and just have her the way I used to have her in my life. It's really kind of hard to explain a lot of this stuff because there's really no order for it. It's just a lot of crazy things started happening. Like, she felt like somebody put voodoo on us or on the house, so we had big things of salt stacked up on the porch. She would pour salt around the house, in the corners inside the house, and she said that somebody voodooed us. She wouldn't let us go outside anymore. She basically held us hostage, honestly. She would have moments where she would talk to herself, and I would try to like snap her out of it, but it was no snapping out of it. She was just like my friend over there. And the thing with schizophrenia is people with schizophrenia, they see and hear people, and they really believe that those people are there even though they're not really there. I don't even know what to say in this video because it's just so much. It's so much goes into me being a young girl, having to deal with a schizophrenic mother, having to take over things, having to just grow up before it was my time to grow up. And not even because I had kids. I'm 25, no kids. It was just because I had to. Like, I love my siblings with all of my heart, all of them, even the ones I did not grow up with. And it's like, I had to step up. I mean, she stopped caring about stuff. She stopped caring about us cleaning up. She stopped caring about cooking for us. So my little brother would cook like before me. I'm not even gonna lie. He would be doing cooking sometimes. At one point, I thought that she was possessed because a lot of stuff that she would do and say, and you know, telling family that she was talking to the devil and all kind of things, you guys. Like, she didn't care about us going to school anymore, and my mama was so big on us going to school. After all of these things started happening, she really stopped caring. Like, she gave up on us. She gave up on herself. I've never given up on her. I never will give up on her. She has been homeless, sleeping on the streets. I'm living in Houston. She's living in Beaumont. I don't know where she's at. You know, having randomly taken trips out there because, like, I miss my mama. Like, I would cry. Like, how much I still to this day, I will still cry about this because it's like, this is something I will forever go through until she's ready or until God feels like it's time for change. But other than that, y'all, this is something I will battle with for the rest of my life, and my siblings. And once my little sister started going through what I was going through, kind of, sort of, I started feeling like, well, maybe I went through everything I've been through in life for a greater purpose, to help others, to help my siblings. I started believing in God. I became suicidal. It's a lot. Like, I moved from friends to family, from here to there, like, just yearning for love that was taken away from me. It was just, I was robbed of that as a kid. So I'm looking for love in me. I'm looking for love in family members who, you know, it wasn't their responsibility to treat me as if I was their child, but that's all I ever wanted. Still to this day, it's just like that void, and I realized that nobody can fill that void. Like, it's just something I have to keep in the back of my mind. A lot of the times, like, growing up with my mother, a lot of my cousins and stuff, they would be scared of her, and it was like, that was hurtful to me. It was hurtful knowing that when it's raining outside, we don't know where she's at. She could be getting rained on. It's cold. Somebody could be treating my mother any kind of way because she is homeless. I've seen the way people treat homeless people. Like, a lot of people aren't genuine. A lot of people aren't good people. A lot of people are very mean and evil spirited and will just do harmful things. So it's like, a lot of nights I think about her. It's like, there's nothing I can do about it because, like, our family has tried to help her. I have tried to talk to her. A long time ago, we tried to talk her out of it, but it's like, if she doesn't want help, all I can do is pray and hope for better days for me and my siblings. Because, I don't know, it's sad. It's sad. It's painful to have to deal with it. I don't know. One thing I will say that came out of that is I'm very interested in public speaking, even though I'm very shy. It's crazy. I call myself a walking contradiction because I'm very social. I can talk to people all the time, but at the same time, it's like, big crowds. I don't know if I can really do that, but I do want to start volunteering to talk to young ladies. I do want to one day have my own foundation, my own company, to where I can help troubled teens, because you guys, I'm telling you, like, dealing with this, I was a sweet girl. I became a very mean person. I was hurt. I was angry. I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't want to live anymore. I felt like there wasn't a God anymore, because if it was, he would not continuously take me through this over and over and over, and year after year after year. No matter how hard I prayed, nothing was ever changing. I don't know, you guys, and I'm sorry that this is all over the place, but maybe I'm just not as ready to talk about it as I thought I was. I don't know. I just try so hard. A lot of times growing up, I was thinking negative about everything. So now I'm in the process of reprogramming my mind. I do believe your mindset is very powerful. I do believe your mind could, you know, open up. No, just what you think you are. Like, I used to think, y'all, it's just crazy. It's very crazy. I think a lot of the stuff that I've just been through, not even just with her, from molestation, from a family member, to both of my brothers being in jail, my sisters being in foster care, my daddy not really caring for me, and I was a daddy's girl, like crazy daddy's girl, and to just be stripped of like everybody I grew up with and everybody that cared for me and that was there for me, and it's very hurtful. But I mean, I'm trying. There is times that, I mean, I just wanted to full-blown give up on life, y'all. The thing that kept me sane was having friends and family that allowed me to continuously talk about the same thing that I went through, like over and over and over and over and over, because I'm a talker. Like, I can't hold my emotions in. I wrote a lot, poetry, stories. I wrote. It was my outlet. It was when the moments I felt like, even though I knew I had people, it was a lot of moments where I felt like I didn't have anybody. It's like, it was like being surrounded by a lot of people, but still feeling like you're alone, feeling like you're in an empty room. I turned to writing to get me through all of that. And I mean, I got back into church. I did counseling, and overall, what I went through is greater than me. I'm gonna be of help to somebody. Even if I only help one person get out of a situation, I feel like my purpose on earth was to go through what I've been through to help others. That's it. That's as simple as I can put it. I mean, I'm not gonna go into more details because it's like, I feel like the more I keep saying, it's like, I feel like I'm exploiting my mother or something. So the little bit that I did tell you guys, I mean, it was way worse than what I'm saying, but I'm gonna just leave it at this. And yeah, this probably is gonna be the first and last time that I even talk about this on camera, because I mean, I do want to be more open with you guys, and I do want to let you, you know, a little bit inside of my life, but that's as far as I'm gonna go with this one. Anything else? I mean, I can talk about myself. Like, you guys, for the record, suicide is never the answer. Giving up on yourself, giving up on life is never the answer at all. Like, if nobody has ever told you, we're all here for a greater purpose. And I mean, sometimes it takes some of us a little bit longer than others to fulfill our purpose or to figure out what our point on earth is, but you will eventually. I feel like everyone's purpose is to help others, honestly, because I don't know. That's just how I feel. But also, you guys, so I mean, if you have your own personal situations and you would like advice or anything, or you would want to know, like, you would like to know how I feel about it, or if you have been through anything similar to me and you just need someone to talk to get through it, I'm here. I'll make an email specifically for this, and I'll put the description, the description. I'll put the link in the description below, you guys, because at the end of the day, no matter how far I go in life, my sole purpose is to help others, and I will always be here for people who need me to be there for them. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, Survivor Squad. But we're gonna lighten up the mood and talk about some other things. For future references, I do want to start a small segment, Talks with Ty, where I have like a few friends. We sit around and we'll basically just go over little topics that you guys choose or that we feel like talking about, and we'll elaborate on them, say how each one of us feel about it. Just continue to grow with me and follow me on my journey, my journeys, because I feel like there's so much I can do, there's so much I want to do, and I'm going to do all of it, mark my words. But I love you so much, Survivor Squad. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.